Hello and welcome to Batteries, Models and Transport. So now we're going to have a look at I'm fitting the coupling, the rubber coupling to the motor and to the drive shaft assembly. So to do, of course, as I said in previous videos, we have to increase the diameter of the drive shaft and of the motor shaft to be able to fit the 2mm diameter PVC tube that I'm using as a coupling. This is very good because it remains flexible like this, so it'll be even easier to change the drive, the transmission elastic bands, the rubber bands that you use for the drive, for the final drive. So first things first, let's have a look at the motor shaft. You have to cut a length of heat shrink insulation of about 4mm, and this way you allow the play, the motor shaft, to have its required play, so that you've not got rubber in contact here with the motor housing. One thing I advise you to do when melting this heat shrink is to use something, not use a cigarette lighter like I used. In fact, I had the soldering iron, I could have used that, but I just used a cigarette lighter and I singed the motor housing slightly. This plastic here tends to melt very easily, so no damage done. It was just very fast, but you can see it became a bit bubbly. So it was just and that happened now, and I noticed that it happened the other day as well when I did it here. So that's my mistake, but it was a mistake that didn't cause any further damage because everything's okay. The motor's turning nicely. It didn't really melt anything. Having done that, so 4mm here, about another 4mm length here, or on the drive shaft. You don't need to cut it by size. You just stick a bit on and then cut it off with a cutter. I use the modeling cutter, which is the best tool to use in this case here. And of course, in the case of the drive shaft, there was no problem with the lighter because it's all made of steel, so no bother. Then I cut the actual transmission. This is the coupling, the rubber coupling, and I cut that to a length of 9mm. So 9mm. I'll write everything down in the description, so that you have all the dimensions. And now let's just fit this stuff together. And of course, I'm in a very, very bad position as usual, so I apologize for the not really wonderful footage, but we're doing what we can, because I've got a very crowded table. So we'll just pop this bit in here like that. That goes nicely in there, nice and snug. That's good. Nice and tight, not tight but not too tight, because anyway. And then this part here, we'll just push that on to the motor shaft like so, and then I think that's us. Okay, very good, that's in position. And if you can see, the motor is turning nicely, and there's no risk of the rubber coming in contact and causing extra drag, which might disturb the motor. So that's that done. Now we'll have to fit the support, the drive shaft support bearing and so on, but that's that fitted, and that's nice and tight. That's tight but not too tight, just right to hold, and for it to be nice and easy to and this will be also held down with the elastic, with the rubber bands onto the bogie cylindrical axle drives. Okay, that's that for the moment. See you shortly for the reassembly. Cheerio, and see you very soon.